Some things are true whether you believe in them or not. Passion is very important to me. If you stop enjoying things, you've got to look at it, because it can lead to all kinds of depressing scenarios. The end of the world is on people's minds. We have the power to destroy or save ourselves, but the question is, what do you do with that responsibility? If you have people that totally support you and have your back, I feel like you have all the confidence in the world, and you believe that you can do things that most people can't achieve. I feel that's really important. I believe that everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe, and to knock somebody's faith and religion is foolish, whatever it may be: Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism. One of the first signs of being depressed is that you lose interest in things. That's why I think it is important to stay passionate. My father used to say to me, "It doesn't matter what the profession is, but if they're the best in their field, it will always be fascinating to watch." And I said, "Really, Dad? Even like someone who makes pencils? Even someone who makes pencils, it will be fascinating to watch. Just because you're a man doesn't mean that you can't raise your kid." I think that families should stay together, but if you are a single father, don't give up no matter what they say. I don't like it when people on the street say, "Smile," or "Cheer up." It's a real cheap line. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real grateful for everything. It's a solid time in my life. When people say I look sad, they're wrong. The most meaningful movies I can make are the ones where parents can share them with their children and children can look forward to sharing them with their parents, a ritual if you will, where they get to spend time together and the kids are smiling. I've always maintained that I see myself as a student. There's always something to learn and be challenged by and hopefully grow from. I find it inspiring, and I always think when I'm working on something new, whether it's a new kind of character or a new kind of story or new kind of camera, it gets my creative wheels spinning. It may come as a surprise to people, but I'm actually quite boring and normal. What do? I read books. I drive my kid to school. I have lunch with my wife. I pick my kid up from school. I go home. I love it all. I don't want to go through my career with one hand tied behind my back. I love making kids happy. I love the midnight audience. I like intense dramas. And I like high adrenaline action films. Those who have the ability to take action have the responsibility to take action. These so-called popcorn movies, or family movies, actually provide something quite beautiful and something quite necessary, which is a family bonding experience. I cry a lot. My emotions are very close to my surface. I don't want to hold anything in, so it festers and turns into pus, a pustule of emotion that explodes into a festering cesspool of depression. I always say, well, if you think it's over the top, then tell me where the top is first. I don't think anyone can, but if you can tell me where the top is, then I'll tell you whether or not I'm over it. I just try to keep it fresh. I try to keep it interesting. The truth is my roots are independently spirited dramas that are small, and I will always go back to that well, because that's where I broke out of. But I'm going to keep doing as many different movies as I possibly can. I think anything that opens my mind and triggers my imagination I'm reading. I like to read science fiction and imagine the character. Anything that keeps my imagination flowing.